If you can get your client's fingerprints and compare them to these fingerprints, then you will know if Nakamura is indeed Nakamura.
I'm so very sorry. This is all my fault. I asked him if he was firing me, and he said...
You have until tomorrow to pack your things.
That girl, Jun Chang, you raped her.
She ran away with Karim.
Hurry up!
Mr. Dennis Chang.
Please, let me explain.
住手！这次只是警告，下一枪就是真的了。
开枪啊！你不是要来？
你认为我不敢吗？试试看。
走。
Dennis, are you okay? Are you okay?
I should have known better.
Hey!
Lights out. Don't get too cozy, boys.
Not sleeping.
No. You?
I don't sleep.
Strange thing. War.
Stranger.
Some short months ago, if I saw you in the jungle, I wouldn't have hesitated to cut you down.
And now we are here talking like friends.
Friends.
Strange friends, then.
Well, since we are friends, if you don't mind my asking, how is it you speak English so well?
I ran from the rock house. You heard of Joy World Nightclub?
Ah, that kind of learning.
Joy World was my escape.
Sometimes I wonder if I was more at ease during the war than now. I knew who I was, what I had to do, and how to do it.
It is the opposite for me. I didn't know what I was doing during the war. But now the path is clear. I know what I have to do.
Which is?
Die.
Oh, my friend. Even in that, you may not be alone.
June? Where are you going?
I had a nightmare, couldn't sleep, so I'm going to look for Mariam.
Alone? So late at night?
Don't worry, Ma. I can take care of myself.
Girl, I think I know why you've been having nightmares.
Dennis told you.
Nobody told me. I know you haven't been yourself lately. At first, I blamed myself. I thought it was me, nagging at you to get married. I thought of August Lum and how I tried. Then I remembered something August told me that day when you came back from the cinema and you ran into your room.
June? I swear, Mrs. Chang, I didn't do anything. We were just sitting there and the newsreel was playing and then she just...
What newsreel?
It was about the war and the war crimes that the Japanese perpetrated. There was this segment about the Royal Army Nursing Corps, the women who volunteer at the hospitals.
I was so preoccupied finding you a right suitor that I didn't take care of you. My own daughter.
Nonsense, Ma. You didn't volunteer me for the nurse corps.
Why didn't you tell me?
At first I thought, what if they knew who I was, where I lived? What if they came after all of us? I was just one of many. Most of them didn't survive. Shouldn't I be grateful I did? Now there's only one thing I need to do. I need to find out who that man is. I want to know who he is. I want to look him in the eye and... I'm sorry, Mom.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't you dare say that. The two of you, one has blue-black, the other one also must have, is it? Huh? Tough, right? Fighting justice and all. Boy, what happened?
She fell. She was behind me. Slow down. Who fell? Mariam. Please, she needs help.
Karim dan Mariam. Mereka dah lalu di kawasan ini. Nampaknya mereka cuba masuk di perbatasan. Kita mesti cari mereka.
Pak Mat! Pak Mat, kita akan cari mereka. Farid akan bawa Pak Mat pulang.
Tidak. Tidak. Aku tak akan berehat selagi kita belum temui mereka.
Pak Mat, dari semalam kita dah cari. Pak Mat perlu rehat. Tolonglah dengan...
Oh, it's you lot.
Do you find them?
What does it look like to you?
What was your son thinking, forcing Marge to run away like that?
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Your boy kidnapped...
You better watch
I
what
don't
you're
know
saying.
what you people were doing, poisoning her mind and goodness knows what.
Let's all just take a breath. We all just want to find the children. Can we at least agree on that? My men will comb this area. You can search the forest to the south. That should speed things up, wouldn't you say?
Mereka sedang cuba untuk menghalau kita. Mungkin mereka tahu sesuatu.
No. We want to search this area. You and your men search the other
It's
way.
no use talking to them. It's clear they're not going to see me.
Sir, HQ have just radioed in. They've located the girl.
Mariam.
Are you sure this is the spot?
Yes! Mariam!
Mariam?
Mariam! Mariam! Come on! Mariam!
I see her. Quick, let's form a chain to get her. Come on. Okay. Mariam, hang in there, Mariam. All right.
Mariam! Mariam, hang in there. We're coming for you.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Welcome. See you.
What did the doctor say?
She's likely to wake up in a day or so. It's just her body's way of recovering after all she's been through.
I'll stay with her till then.
So you can take her away when she wakes up?
Oh, you're one to speak. You're the reason she's in this state.
Everyone, please. It's been a long night. Let's just stay calm. Okay?
I want to stay with Mariam too.
No, we've already decided. There's been an agreement. If it wasn't for your son here
That
taking
was
matters
why
into
she
his
ran
own
away,
hands, then
because
we
he
won't be
doesn't want to
here
stay
right
with
now.
you.
Enough! This is my house.
You both want to stay? Fine. But together. One cannot be in the room without the other.
But, I mean, that's just...
Take it or leave it. Good. I'll take your silence as consent.
George, what's going on?
Simon fired me.
What do you mean Simon fired you? He can't do that.
Well, Mr. De Almeida put him in charge technically, so...
He can't do that. You can't fire George.
Actually, I can, and I have. And that was yesterday's news, which you weren't around for. Now, please, I have work to do.
Well, if he goes, I go. And then you can try the Nakamura case on your own. See how you like that.
Actually, I'd like that very much. I'll enter a guilty plea like the client wants, say we've done our due diligence vis-a-vis his identities, have the case wrapped up in half a day, save the firm and the British a whole lot of trouble. Perfect, actually. How'd you like that?
Good of you to try, Dennis.
So what are you going to do now?
Now I'm going to meet with Habibullah. The firm may no longer be representing him, but I'm still his lawyer. Can the two of you do me a favor? I've made a list of legal books I'll need from our library. Can you get them for me when the coast is clear? Your
father was in the military.
You could say it's the family business. He raised me to be an officer in the Indian Army, just like him. One of the first things he taught me was to accept that the British would always consider us beneath them. That is how it has always been, how it will always be.
Can you remember any examples?
When I get into the swimming pool in the officers' club, all the women get out. I'm a major, but I have to salute even the most junior British officer. Never once have I seen a British officer salute me. Being in the British Indian Army, I have to be twice as capable to make it half as far. Do you really think all this is going to help?
Your trial starts tomorrow. At this point, anything is fair game. How are you holding up?
Strange thing to ask a man who is essentially the walking dead.
Where did the sudden wave of pessimism come from?
I guess I've been talking too much with my neighbor lately.
Your neighbor? Nakamura, the Kempetai officer. I've heard he's not a very talkative chap.
He was. To me, at least.
Really? Tell me what he said. Tell me everything.
Hey, can you hurry up or not? Okay, got it.
Hopefully we are out before anyone notices the call.
Is everything all right in here?
Yes. Why wouldn't it be?
Mr. Da Silva, have you heard from your contacts about the fingerprints?
My contacts are running them like you gave me. Nothing so far. But then let me know if anything surfaces.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Da Silva. I really appreciate it.
Dennis, I know we haven't seen eye to eye over this case, but at some point you're going to have to stop chasing ghosts and argue the case you have. You understand?
Yes.
Good. Oh, and Dennis, tell George to bring the damn books back by next week, and I want him back in the office once his case wraps.
Mr. Da Silva.
Well, I can't have the British thinking our firm is defending a traitorous Indian Army officer now, can I?
Shamte.
Hey, good. Just in time for dinner.
How? Uncle Ahmad and the British woman killed each other yet?
Don't know. Never hear anything. Very quiet the whole day. Boy. You go out there and check, If they haven't died, ask them come down eat dinner,
Dinner's ready.
Thank you.
Come, sit, eat. Makan?
Thank you, Jay. But I need to go home while it's still bright. I want to take something.
Oh, don't worry, Uncle Ahmad. I'll make sure that no one enters Mariam's room until you come back. Don't like our food?
No, it's just I don't want to cause anyone any trouble.
It's not a bother. Please, come.
Makan.
Makan. Makan.
Ya.
It's not unpleasant. In fact, it's rather good.
This is our version of tomato puree. Goes well with everything. Try it.
June?
Oh, that's
Asam.
water, please.
Would you like some more?
Mariam tengah tidur. Dia sedang berehat.
Dia belum bangun lagi.
Ada juga dia sedar satu atau dua kali. Bapak dan makcik dia akan sentiasa...
Perempuan tu! Dia punca ni semua berlaku.
Kau tak ada kena-mengena dalam hal ni. Bukankah kau yang mengajak dia lari pada rumah sampai sesat dalam hutan? Sehingga dia jatuh terjerumus di lembah bukit. Karim, apa yang telah terjadi ini membuat rumit lagi keadaan untuk Mariam tinggal bersama kita. Kau tahu tak?
Tapi ini semua tak penting kan? Sampai bila Pak nak mengizinkan Mariam ikut dengan perempuan tu?
Karim, Bapak cuba lakukan yang terbaik untuk Mariam. Seperti bapak-bapak lain juga.
Apa yang terbaik untuknya adalah dia tinggal di sini. Dengan kita. Dengan Karim. I love her, Pak.
Karim, Bapak juga sayang ke Mariam. Macam darah daging Bapak sendiri. Tapi kau harus faham, Karim. Kalau Mariam balik ke England, dia akan dapat pelajaran yang cukup terbaik.
No. Pak, I love her.
Kau tak boleh.
Kenapa?
Bapak tidak akan sesekali izinkan kau bersama dia. Faham?
Who is the traitor now?
That's the last lot.
Thank you. Leave them with me. Then shouldn't you be heading back?
I have a favor to ask.
Is it going to involve me doing something I don't want to do?
I just want to tell Marge how much she means to me. And I don't feel comfortable doing that with Ahmed in the room, watching me.
It is going to involve me doing something I don't want to do.
Please, just 5 minutes with her, alone. You can keep watch outside.
June is going to kill me.
I should have been there for you, especially when Mummy and Daddy were killed. I'm sorry we weren't closer. That was my fault. You see, I wanted a life of my own. On my own. So I went away. But it wasn't always like that. Do you remember Hyde Park in London before we came to this part of the world? I used to take you there when you were 4 or 5. You were so precious. Chasing after the ducks. picking the daffodils. And you still are. I can't bear the thought of losing you after losing everyone else. So please, wake up. Please, get better. And please, accept me.
Yes, Ma. I'm just gonna make sure Mariam's comfortable.
I see a beautiful city and a brilliant people rising from this abyss.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm reading to her.
You reading to her? But you really grumbled so much when we asked you to help with Kim Huat.
If it counts, I'm not doing this completely for selfless reasons. I just wanted to take my mind off things for a bit.
The Nakamura case?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, she's gone. Careful.
It's quite some acting, Mr. Chiang.
I did play the lead in a Christmas panto during boarding school.
Dennis, someone is here to see you.
Hey, George.
My books. You managed to retrieve them.
Simon says you have to return them by next week.
You told Simon about the books?
I didn't. He figured out everything on his own. Anyway, George, I think we underestimated Simon.
Like, you mean he's a bigger bastard than we thought he was?
I mean, he played the politics of it to perfection. He fired you so the firm wouldn't jeopardize its relationship with the BMA. Anyway, he says you can return to your desk after the case is over.
Wow. I never thought I'd see the day. I think well of Simon.
Life is full of surprises, isn't it?
Speaking of surprises, it seems my client has become fast friends with his neighbor. Your client.
Nakamura and Habibullah. What on earth would they have in common?
A 4-syllable surname and a death sentence hanging over their heads. Take your pick.
So did my client tell your client anything interesting?
Yes. Actually, he told me Nakamura frequented the Joy World nightclub. Very often, in fact. You're thinking what I'm thinking, right?
I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm thinking someone at Joy World might remember him.
And if they remember him, they might tell you who he is. As in, who he really is. And you know someone at Joy World, right? That manager, Helen. You can talk to her.
Problem is, she won't talk to me anymore.
I'm tired, Guan Ming. I want to come back.
Oh, Joe, even I'm staying away from Joy World for a few days. My picture is in the newspaper thanks to some stupid reporter who was at the
You
scene.
thought you can make it go away? Since you are such a big shot in Singapore.
Hey. That girl, June, you didn't tell her anything, right?
Of course not. We're friends, aren't we? As long as we are friends, I won't say anything.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I won't say anything. But if you do something that will harm our friendship one day, then what obligation do I have to you? But I'm sure that would never happen.
Of course not. That will never happen.
我把刘先生放在5号桌，所以今晚你招呼刘先生。
I'm sorry about the other night. I was drunk. I thought you set me up.
Just tell me what you want and get out.
I beg your pardon?
You are here because you want something from me, right? So tell me what you want.
Why didn't you tell me my client, Nakamura, was a regular here? Right. Tell you what I want, then get out. I understand.
Not here. Not here. A reporter came the other night when your cousin attacked Joe. Boss' picture appeared in the newspaper. He's a bit shy, so he took a few days off. Until people forget. We are safe here. Can talk.
Good. Let's talk about Nakamura.
Dennis, do you know how many Japanese soldiers came to the club during the war? Many soldiers.
Yes. But you were already MPAJA then, weren't you?
Yes.
And you were already keeping tabs on the Japanese soldiers that came to your club, right? Spying for all your comrades?
Yes. We all were.
We all?
Me and the other girls. The ones I trust. 男人嘛，只要有酒，还有女人 they will do anything, they will say anything.
So, what did Nakamura say?
Nothing. Nakamura wasn't my target. One of my girls, she was in charge of Nakamura.
Is she still here? Then let's go look for her.
But you already said you don't trust me. Then why should I help you?
Why?
Too soon. Words we said when we were singing different tunes. In the world we exist now, that love is here to leave.
June, I have work for you. The Augustine family, one of Clarence's clients. We'll have to handle it while Mr. D. Almeida is up country. Mr. Augustine married a girl barely old enough to qualify as a woman. Now, his family want us to find a way to annul it.
If it's anything to do with marriage, you've come to the wrong person.
I want you to get me some background on marriage and divorce in the Malay states and the colony. And give me a summary on the law pertaining to marriage.
Are you trying to punish me?
I thought you wanted to be a lawyer.
You're just trying to keep me occupied so that I don't continue causing trouble with the Mariam case, right?
Let me point you to our firm's library. You can start there. I look forward to having your research on my desk by the end of the week.
George Singham, Richard Selwyn and Daniel Ward for the prosecution. Thought we'd say hello before things get heated.
Good to meet you both.
I trust that you're ready?
You lot didn't give me much time.
Can't be helped. All cases are being expedited.
Especially the ones involving Indian officers charged with seditious activity, right?
Well, I'm sure that you will do right by your client, Mr. Singham. Good luck.
Thanks. I'm going to need it.
They approached us in the parade square, Sergeant Nisa Ahmed and the other Indian soldiers.
And what did they want?
Now, if you ask me, they wanted to harm us. I'd go as far as to say to kill us, at the orders of Major Habibullah Khan, as revenge for locking him up.
Captain Leslie, you are familiar with the Browning high power?
It's a standard issue sidearm.
Which officers carry at all times, including you and Lieutenant Colonel Holmes on the day of the alleged mutiny.
We are required...
An inventory of the scene in the aftermath showed that there were no firearms except yours and Lieutenant Colonel Holmes's sidearm.
We were outnumbered.
But if they intended to kill you and the Lieutenant Colonel, as you said, surely they would have come at you with weapons.
My learned friend is speculating, Your Honor.
Allow me to rephrase my question, Your Honor. Sergeant Nisar Ahmed was the arms quota IC, wasn't he, Captain? He had access to firearms?
Yes.
If you were Major Khan and you wanted your men to kill 2 armed British officers, would you not order them to avail themselves of the firearms that they easily had access to?
Oh, please. He was angry. He wanted to take his revenge. He didn't care how he was going to achieve it.
Captain Leslie, this is the man who undertook a decision at great risk to his career that prevented the Kampong Harapan riots from escalating. Does that sound like the sort of man who would send subordinates to their death for petty revenge? I put it to you, Captain, that the men were simply there to plead for mercy for Major Khan. And I put it to you that the incident which resulted in the death of Lieutenant Colonel Holmes was a misunderstanding of tragic proportions, and not an act of revenge, as you call it.
His name was Nakamura. Do you remember him?
I remember him. He was the only Japanese officer who didn't try to touch me, or... He just came and drank, and drank.
You never tried to talk to him?
Of course I did. But he wasn't a talkative man. It was always small talk. Music, weather. Until he fell asleep from all the drinking. And then...
And then what?
Then he had dreams. Nightmares. Sir, we're closing, sir. Aitan shimasu. Lim Tae Siong.
Are you sure that's what he said?
你确定你当时没有喝醉？
我的酒量你还不知道吗？ Anyway, he came every other night. And every other night, he drank until he almost passed out at my table, mumbling the same things. Yes, I'm sure.
You never tried to ask him who this Lim Tae Siong was?
I tried once, but he got so angry I thought he was going to kill me. They don't pay me enough to die over here.
Good. You got what you wanted. So now, you got a chance to ask him.
Yes. I need to see him. What do you mean I can't see my client?
Your permission to speak with Nakamura has been revoked. I'm afraid you're not allowed to go any further. In fact, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Please.
You can't deny me access to my own client.
I am not the one denying you access, Mr. Chiang. Then who is? Your client. He requested not to meet with his lawyer anymore. We simply acceded to his request.
Major Naidu, tell us what happened on the night that Lieutenant Colonel Holmes was killed.
I went to see Major Habibullah Khan with Nizar Ahmed. I felt sorry for him, and I wanted to give him some food. Major Habibullah took Nizar to one side, and I could see them talking about something. I could hear the words, revenge.
Liar, Naidu! A liar and a coward!
Major Khan, you will have your turn to speak. Until you are called upon, you will refrain from interrupting these proceedings. Continue.
When I realized what was going on, I told Major Habibullah Khan that innocent men might die. But he was adamant. The British had to get what was coming to them.
Major Naidu, you say you were in the room with Sergeant Nisar Ahmed and Major Habibullah Khan when the latter ordered the so-called revenge killing of Lieutenant Colonel Holmes.
Yes, that is right.
And yet Major Habibullah Khan said in his statement that Nisar Ahmed came to see him alone.
He's lying, obviously.
Very convenient that Sergeant Nisar is no longer around to contradict you.
Your Honor, my learned friend seems intent on impugning the witness's character.
Actually, Your Honor, I would indeed like to draw attention to the witness's character. Major Naidu, this is a signed affidavit from a witness, a Dennis Chiang, who puts you at the center of an altercation at the Joy World nightclub on Friday, 4th January 1946. Said altercation resulted from an attempt at selling military radioed parts. I also have here statements from former soldiers under you that I've been able to track down, all alleging you have a knack for making army inventory disappear. I also have your tab at the Joy World nightclub for the last month. It's at least twice what you make in 6 months as an officer of the British Indian Army. Do you really expect us to take the word of a corrupt officer?
Your Honor, the witness is not on trial here.
You are right, Lieutenant Colonel Selwyn. However, if this is true, perhaps he should be. At the very least, the truthfulness of his testimony should be questioned.
Major Naidu, is it true that Major Habibullah Khan threatened to blow the whistle on you? Fearful of being exposed, you decided to take the opportunity to get rid of him.
I would never. That's ridiculous.
Everything you've told on the stand today is a lie.
Your Honor, are you going to allow for this travesty?
No, I am not. I believe you've made your point, Mr. Singham, and you should refrain from unwarranted speculation.
Hang on, Ward. I'm cold, sir. I'm cold.
It's hard.